Benjamin Franklin once said that by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. That's why in Lesson 2, we will help you to prepare a detailed study plan to get a high score in the DET test. In this lesson, we're going to guide you through 5 preparation steps. Even if you are a beginner, don't worry, these steps are very detailed and easy to follow. So let's get to know the DET, understand your level, create a detailed study plan, take a 1-hour test weekly, and utilize the 3 tests that you can take in a 30-day period. To get to know the test, we have already started Part 1 DET Foundation. Test takers, feel free to review it again anytime. Do not hesitate to share your concerns, should you have any, in the comment section right after each lesson, or you can share them in our community. There are several ways for test takers to understand their level in the DET scale. First and foremost, you can take the 15 practice tests offered for free by the official Duolingo website, or you can take the 1-hour free tests offered by our DET practice platform. Whatever you do, please save your results for evaluation later. Regarding the 15-minute practice tests, yes, it lasts for 15 minutes and provides only overall estimated scores. The same questions appear time after time, so it's only great for knowing these tests but not for preparation. Test takers may also experience all questions. However, as for the 1-hour free tests on our DET practice platform, it includes all question types. You experience all the questions just like in any certified test. Besides, we offer estimated scores for the overall and sub-score sections, especially for all question types. Here's our sample score. For example, you receive this score after submitting your answers at the end of the test. As you can see, read and select, listen and select, and listen and type are low, which means that you need to focus more on low-score questions. And our overall score is from 90 to 115. Most of the times, when test takers receive an estimated score, their certified score in the future will likely be near the lowest end. It could be around 90, 95, or even 100. So we need a plan to follow. A research from Cambridge shows us how many preparation hours we need to move from one level in the CFR to the next one, because there is a collocation between CFR, IELTS, and TOEFL. For example, your estimated score is from 90 to 105, and we need to get 120 overall score, which means we need to improve our score from 90 to 120. That's a 30-point gap. According to this research, we need to spend around 200 study hours if we want to achieve 120. Please kindly take note that the DET, IELTS, and TOEFL are the same when it comes to English proficiency tests, because all of these tests are created to prove your English skills for studying abroad. Therefore, thinking that DET is easier than the IELTS or the TOEFL is not right. Basically, we need to build a strong English foundation first. Preparation hours include the time you need to study this course, the time you spend on improving your reading, listening, writing, and speaking skills on a daily basis, and especially practice on the DET practice platform, which is the key because everything we study here is just theory, and if we want to turn theories into experience, we need to put effort into practicing. But how many months or weeks do we need to prepare? For example, let's say 45 days. We need to focus on these question types as we have low scores in there. For example, this is our study plan. We divide it into 6 days a week. Yes, we always need 1 day to relax, so don't push yourself too hard. Furthermore, we highlight all question types that we need to focus on weekly. A simple calculation. We need to spend around 15 hours practicing on a weekly basis on the DET practice platform. Here's the list for weekly preparation. This preparation takes around 48 hours, including the time that you spend on applying strategies to practice. The DET practice platform is the most important thing that we need to do weekly. Moreover, taking one full test every week helps us identify our weaknesses and improve them. Last but not least, Reading, listening, speaking, and writing are the 4 skills in any language. In order to improve and get high scores, we need to improve our basic skills. We spend around 152 preparation hours a month, so for 45 days, there are around 204 hours. The earlier you prepare, the better. A lot of students reach out to ask for help, but they just have several weeks left in order to improve by 20 or 30 marks. It's really challenging and almost impossible to do so. Our suggestion is not to wait until the last minute. Otherwise, you will take all the risks. Regarding our full tests, we currently have 15 full DETs by the time this course was published. Again, every test includes all scored question types and has the same order as certified tests. On top of that, test takers receive estimated scores for overall, subscores, and question types. After taking each full test, we receive estimated scores, which help us identify our weaknesses. Thus, students should take it on a weekly basis, and please save your results for self-evaluation. For example, this is your first week test, and we have a read and select score from 53 to 68. Our suggestion is to review how to improve the reading skills, which we will study in the next lesson, and tips for read and select. Regarding listen and select, listen and type, students should review how to improve their listening skills. We will also study this in the next lesson, in addition to some more tips for these question types. Test takers should keep in mind that within 30 days, each test taker is allowed to buy up to 3 tests. This means that we have a maximum of 3 certified results in a 30-day period. This doesn't count invalid tests because, sometimes, test takers easily look away from the screen on their first day, which leads to uncertified results. With 45 days left to get a 120 overall score, what should we do to get what we want? You already have a study plan, and you're able to spend around 5 hours a day preparing. Nonetheless, you are not sure when you take the test. Here are our suggestions. We suggest you take the first one when we have 10 days left before the deadline. The second test should be taken when we have 5 days left before the deadline. The worst case scenario, then we can take the third one when you have 3 days left, because the certified results will arrive 2 days after submitting the test. Thus, we still have time for the last certified results to be sent to your dream universities. However, we do not wish any of this. We wish you the best of luck and receive what you want on your first test. If test takers want it, they need to commit to their study plans on a daily basis. Remember that every effort counts and every day counts. Here we come to your assignments. It's just a couple of minutes. Nonetheless, it's truly helpful for students to review all the contents again to reinforce what we have studied so far. And if you have already reviewed all the points, please stop here for a while. Do not rush to study the next lessons and create your study plan immediately. Let us know in the comment section below if you have any questions or share your concerns in our community.